Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. It's late Sunday. I usually put a video out Sunday morning, but it's just been a long weekend. I've been tired and blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to get one out. So I'm like, let me go ahead and just get this out, show you what I wanted to show you. I've kind of had these in mind. It's recent pickups. What I wanted to do was usually I'll show little clips of the music on there and give you ideas, but I'm kind of just running tight on time. So what I'm gonna do is just put some links below about these albums, but these are albums I definitely want you to check out. They're new to me. I think, yeah, they're all new to me. And I discovered them this weekend. I had some time while I was doing other things to actually listen to these albums. I probably played like 6 albums today, and that's just doesn't happen in my house. So, and these are 4 new ones, because I showed you, I played the Nuggets today too. I'm trying to get through that box set a little bit more, and I've talked about that before from Record Store Day. But the first one I want to show you is a new jazz one, and I've been eyeing it. It's been sitting there for probably about a week or so. I had a couple copies, and I'm like, I've heard of Donald Byrd, never really checked him out. I don't have any Donald Byrd. So I went ahead and streamed it, and I'm like, yeah, I had to get back and get this album. But it is a Tone Poet series from Blue Note. It's cut directly from original analog, recorded by Rudy Van Gelder. That's the man, right? The Blue Note guy. And you have Kevin Gray involved. And I've learned recently, don't go with just this label, which Blue Note, I don't know, they have a lot of good guys coming in and redoing, remastering things. But Kevin Gray, any project he's involved in, that's a guy you want to, your ears should perk up and go, is Kevin Gray's involved? Okay, let me check this out. But this is really good. I think this came out in 1968. It has Slow Drag, Secret Love, Books, Bossa, and then the second side was Jelly Roll, The Loner, and My Ideal. Now, I'm not big into the bossa nova. I've recognized that recently. I'm not big into the bossa nova feel of a song. But this one, you had that feel, but they did something a little different in there that actually got my attention, so I'm digging that. Another thing I noticed on here too, there's the song Jelly Roll. Just so you, that's the front, that's the back. And they almost look the same, so it kind of confused me at one point. But anyway, Jelly Roll sounds like the Sidewinder by, hopefully Lee Morgan. Hopefully I get that right. But the Sidewinder is a song that sticks in my head. So as soon as I heard Jelly Roll, I put it together. And I was talking to somebody tonight on a live stream, and they said that the Sidewinder, I think, came out about 4 years before this. So I don't know if it was an influence from the Sidewinder or what, but there's similarities in the song, but they're not. The rhythms are a little different and patterns, but it's kind of cool to hear both songs, and they kind of stand out as their own. So, but they kind of are drawn together by the same rhythm. So if you check out those 2 songs, Jelly Roll by Donald Byrd and The Sidewinder by Lee Morgan, check those out and see what I'm talking about. If I find it, I'll put a link in the description down there so you guys can check out the albums. Actually, I gotta write that down, right? Let me write that down real quick to put Lee Morgan, The Sidewinder. I'm just keeping it real tonight. I'm not editing anything. And Donald Byrd, Slow Drag. And like I said, compare Jelly Roll and the Sidewinder. Check those 2 out. So, and I think this is what they would consider a tip-on jacket. I think this is what that is. I'm so confused by what a tip-on is. And they said something about maybe it's this, the way it kind of folds over the sides. Is that what they're talking about, this tip-on? But there you go, you got Donald Byrd there. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention too, well, you gotta always put the cast of characters too. You have Donald Byrd on trumpet, and you have, okay, so it looks like they put it on the inside. I don't know if they made this a gatefold, but this is usually what the back of an album looks like, of a jazz album, with the kind of like the song story and credits and the musicians, the cast of characters there. So I don't know if they made this into a gatefold and added extra artwork. But anyway, you have Donald Byrd on trumpet, and he does some cool stuff with the trumpet, with the stereo mix. It's really neat. Sonny Red on alto sax. I'm getting used to his stuff, and his parts are awesome. You have Cedar Walton on piano, Walter Booker on bass, and Billy Higgins on drums and vocal. Now the vocal part that I caught on to, I think is the only part, is on Slow Drag. Towards the end, he kind of starts it's kind of like a groovy album. This isn't like your typical jazz album. It has the feel, but it has a little more looseness to it. 68, I think, like I said, so you have a little more of that hippie vibe to it, and you know, you got kind of like your little modern 60s woman there, that whole thing. So it's got a different feel to it. But the drummer comes on, what do I say, Billy Higgins, and he starts kind of, I don't know if he improvised or if it was planned or what, but he just starts going, yeah, your mama kind of does this and da da da, and he kind of just gets into it, and I'm like, I'm digging it. I like what they did there. So so really just a cool album. I listened to it when I streamed it first all the way through, got the album, listened to it all the way through, and I think it's going to be one of my go-to jazz albums. It's just like any album that you get, like you get a rock, pop, blues, whatever album, it sticks right away, right? And that's what this album did. So it's like the Sidewinder and Moanin' and albums like that just, you know, they're there, and Time Out, you know, Take 5 or whatever, all those albums. Just, yeah, it's cool. Another one I listened to, I've always known who Bill Withers is, but you know, I never really got, you know, explored his music. And all the songs on here I know. This is a great album, and this is also music on vinyl, remastered. I'm not sure who mastered this one. I'm sure there's people out there who know. But still Bill. And this has the big one. It has Lean on Me, so that was the big reason why I wanted to get it. But it also has Who Is He and What Is He to You? Wow, what a great song. Let Me Into Your Life, a nice ballad there. Lean on Me, Kissin' My Love. What was the other one? Another Day to Run. Oh, but anyway, the tracks are, I know there was other ones on here. Lonely Town, Lonely Street, Let Me In Your Life, Who Is He and What Is He? Is He You? Oh, Use Me. Oh, I like Use Me. Lean on Me. I think Use Me is the one where his brother sat him down and said, come on, but he's like, man, you don't know what it's like. Side 2 is Kissin' My Love, I Don't Know, Another Day to Run, I Don't Want You on My Mind, and Take It All In and Check It All Out. So yeah, this is a great album all the way through. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead, and I would. And this has the lyrics on the inside. Cool picture of Bill on the back. I don't think we didn't lose him too long ago, right? If I'm correct, just a couple of years ago. The other album's on black vinyl. This one's on black vinyl also. Both have the poly innards, and yeah, it's black vinyl. And this is on the, what label is this? Not sure. Well, it's music on vinyl, but I don't know, it says Sussex, maybe? But anyway, very cool. Digging that. And actually, I think there was a poster in one of these. Let me look real quick while I'm thinking about it. Can't remember. Thought I saw. Yeah, this one had a. I mean, you don't really see that many blue notes. These tone poets. Maybe it's something new they're going to try. But they had this, and had no idea it was in there. So that's nice. If I ever want to like frame it or something, that's a cool pick. And then you have the there's your cast of characters right there. So I almost forgot about that being in there. So that was kind of neat. Like I said, I've never really. I don't think I have any blue notes or tone poets that have an insert like that. It's going in sideways, of course. I'm trying to keep care of these things. Come on, you bad boy. Get on in there. We'll take a moment out for technical difficulties. There we go. Now you two are cooperating. All right, so yeah, 2 good albums all the way through. I'm glad made their way into my collection, and hopefully it'll stay in my mind fresh, and so I can, play them, remember them, play them often, because they set a mood, they set a tone. I like the feel of these albums. The next one I got, I was kind of surprised. It came into the record store, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, why am I drawn to this? Besides, the lady on the front who's a natural beauty. But so I'm not big into like sort of, I don't know, jazz singers. I don't know if she would really be considered a jazz singer. I'm not really sure what category she falls into. But she, the style, older style of music and lounge act kind of thing I'm not big into, but there's something about this with Eartha Kitt. I just saw this cover and it just intrigued me. And it's Bad But Beautiful. It's on Verve by request, and manufactured by Third Man Pressing in Detroit. And it's a stereo album. And it is another one. I kind of saw it in a record store and just was like, I don't know, and something about it. So I played it, and I like it. It grew on me. I like her voice. I like her. She has a distinct style. But just the songs kind of drew me in. I'm like, man, this would be kind of cool to put on, where you just grab like a glass of whiskey and you're chilling, you know, and just playing this album, sitting back and listening to it. It puts you in a pretty cool mood. So I like that. So it contains the songs All I Want Is All There Is and Then Some, which is, I like that song. Do It Again. It's So Nice to Have a Man Around the House. It has some old, I don't know if it'd be accepted ideas in here of how women are portrayed a little bit, but you know, it's the time. When did this come out? I'm not even sure. 1952 maybe? Not sure what year this was. 1962 it looks like. Anyway, Do It Again. It's So Nice to Have a Man Around the House. La Dolce Vita, The Sweet Life, Lola Lola, and A Lady Loves. Then you have Love for Sale, Always True to You in My Fashion, Whatever Lola Wants. You know, I'd probably know that if you hear it, Lola Gets. Diamonds Are the Girl's Best Friend. I'd only heard Marilyn Monroe's version of that until now, and I like her version. Never on Sunday and Good Little Girls. So it's a nice album. It's got the old feel to it with the story and the track listing and everything. And she has a unique voice, but I think Dylan and Neil Young and artists with those unique voices have led a path or opened a doorway for me to accept other artists like this. So it's very cool. Black vinyl. Very cool. And the last one I picked up was another one where like it came out and I was like, I don't know. The first song he released off this is a favorite of mine from the 80s that the Commodores did. Night Shift. Almost said Night Moves. But this one, the Bruce Springsteen, Only the Strong Survive. And I'm like, Bruce is going to do this. And I saw the video and Bruce is like kind of dressed up for the feel of it and everything. And I'm like, Bruce, what are you doing, man? But we were playing dominoes of all things with friends, you know, not too long ago, and I was like, let me put this thing on, and just loved it all the way through. Just good energy. He does a good job. He stays Bruce. He doesn't try to imitate, as far as I'm concerned. He brings in good soul backup singers, horns, everything in there. So it grew on me. So it's a 3-sided album. So they put an etching on the 4th side, which is cool. I'm not sure what kind of car that is, but I'm sure it's a classic. The inside's cool, gatefold. You got Bruce in there, chilling out. Looks like he's posing for like a People magazine picture there. Meet Bruce Springsteen, you know, kind of thing. The insides are kind of cool how they did this. They're open. They're cut open here on the sides, and you have, I think there's a poster in here too. But just a cool like retro kind of feel to it, right? It's on black vinyl. Yeah, nothing fancy there. And it fits in here. I guess it should, right? And then you have this side. Like I said, it comes with a poster. Put that up on your wall there. Kind of neat. That would look kind of cool up there, right? Bruce looking at you like, that's right, I'm a trucker, I still got it. Yeah, I'm still doing my thing. You hear his voice aging. It's hate when you hear that first realization of your artist getting old, your favorite artist getting old, but you know, it happens. But he's still keeping up. I don't know who that is. I guess some band members down there. I don't know who those guys are. But so the second album here. So you have side A, side B, side C, and then your D side has this cool. It looks like like the speedometer of the car. Maybe that's the dash right there. So very cool. They did a good job. They did a nice job with it. It had this like a 60s retro feel to it. And I heard too recently he just completed recording the 2nd volume. So luckily he got that out. I don't know how many volumes he plans to do. I don't know. I'm assuming this was pretty successful. Everybody in the vinyl community that I know of who bought this like it. So I'm assuming it's doing pretty good. But I'm glad he was able to record a part 2. Because that would kind of stink. I don't know what's happening here. Are they going too far? You know, if you never get to make that part 2. Well, they meet in the middle, so it's making it impossible for me to close my gatefold. whenever I do these videos, I have gatefold issues. There we go. So we just pull it out. So anyway, yeah, so volume 2 is recorded, so I don't know what that means as far as when it'll be out, but I'll be looking forward to it. Like I said, he does a great job. So the songs on here are Only the Strong Survive. And I didn't know that song. I guess it's an older song, but I'm not familiar with it. Soul Days featuring Sam Moore. And then you have Night Shift. That's the one there by the Commodores. Do I Love You? Indeed I Do. The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine No More. Turn Back the Hands of Time. When She Was My Girl. Hey Western Union Man. I Wish It Would Rain. Don't Play That Song. Any Other Way. I Forgot to Be Your Lover featuring Sam Moore. 7 Rooms of Gloom. I was like, what is that? And I liked it when I heard that song. What Becomes of the Brokenhearted. Yeah, great song, right? And Someday We'll Be Together. So he's hitting on all cylinders. Did a good job. Respectful tribute to these artists. These cool soul songs. So, like I said, I'm glad to hear that there's a second one out there. And yeah, as soon as it comes out, I'm sure I'm just gonna get it. Seeing how I like this, I'm sure it's gonna be just as good. And I'll be interested to see what songs he chose for that one. So anyway, that's what I have. There's the 4 albums that I picked up. Like I said, I'll put the links down below so you guys can check them out. Look around YouTube. Usually they have the full albums out there. And that's what I have for you guys. So if you guys have any comments about those albums, let me know. And I might keep them out. I want to play those again, especially that Donald Byrd. I'm really enjoying that. Put me in a, I don't know, just, you know, like when an album hits you and you're like, man, keep it around a little bit. Let's listen to it a couple times. But then we need to put it away before it just gets, we don't want to wear it out either, right? So it's a fine line with our music, right? So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Sorry I'm a little sluggish. It's just end of the day, I'm tired, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys and talk to you about these records. And I do plan to get the rest of my record collection going here. I ended up on Billy Joel in the last one, so I will continue from there. I don't know who's after Joel. I already did Jethro Tull, so Joel, so I don't know who's after that. But anyway, that's what I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, I hope you guys are enjoying your music, and you take care out there, all right? Bye.